Bismillah, alhamdulillah, inshallah we can finish this part of the chapter of Salah today. وعن مالك بن الحويرث رضي الله تعالى عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم صلوا كما رأيتموني أصلي. Malik ibn al-Huwayrith mentions that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, pray as you see me pray, meaning we have to follow the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in everything he does in the salah. وعن عمران بن حسين رضي الله تعالى عنه قال قال لي رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم صل قائما فإن لم تستطع فقاعدا فإن لم تستطع فعلى جنب وإلا فأومي رواه البخاري. This hadith, the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم said to Imran ibn Husayn, pray if you pray standing. Pray standing, and if you cannot, then pray sitting, and if you cannot, then pray on your side, or whatever. If you cannot pray on your side, you pray on your back. And then he says, or if you cannot, then you can just point, فَأَوْمِ, meaning you point with your head like this. Some scholars say that this is, so if you cannot point with your head like this, make ruku' like this, and sujood like this, a little bit higher, a little bit lower if you're sitting, but a little bit higher if you're laying down, then you don't, beyond that you don't have to pray. Some scholars said that, but most scholars say that if you cannot pray with your head, then you pray with your eyes. You pray with your eyes. You move the eyes in the direction of the sujood and ruku', then you go up like this, then you go down again to sujood a little bit lower. And of course you can do the recitation, right? You can do the Fatiha, you can do the recitation, and you can point with your eyes. If you cannot move anything, not even your eyes, then you should pray with your heart, because this is salah is never not an obligation on a Muslim unless he loses his mind or he dies. It's always an obligation, unless you've lost your mind or you're dead. So this is the way to go on here. وعن جابر رضي الله تعالى عنه أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال لمريض صلى على وسادة فرمى بها وقال صلي على الأرض إن استطعت وإلا فأوم إيمان واجعل سجودك أخفض من ركوعك. رواه البيهقي بسند قوي ولكن صحح أبو حاتم وقفه. This man was sick, and the Prophet ﷺ saw him praying, but he was sitting, but instead of since he could not go down to make sujood on the ground, what he did, he brought a pillow, an elevated pillow, and he was making sujood on it, as if this is the ground for him or the floor for him. So Prophet ﷺ took the pillow and throw it away and say, you pray on the ground, but if you cannot, you just pray sitting, and you just point اجعل ركوع سجودك أخفض من ركوعك. You lean forward more with the sujood than you lean forward with the ruku'. But you really don't have to touch anything. Since you cannot touch the ground, you don't have to bring a pillow up to your face. So he said, you don't have to do that. You just make it at a lower level make the sujood at a lower level from the ruku'. And this is how to do the salah when you are sick. Now, of course, this is in the salah of Faridah, the 5 salah. But the sunnah salah you can do sitting even if you can stand. You can do sitting even if you are able to stand, but the reward is not the same. The reward, there's a hadith of Prophet ﷺ says, Salatul qa'idi ala nisf min salatul qa'im. Wa salatul raqidi ala nisf min salatul qa'id. So, and that's for the sunnah, that you can do the salah sitting even if you are able to stand, but you just don't have the energy. And so you decide, okay, instead of leaving the salah, I will do it sitting. That's better than leaving it, right? Let's say you're just so lazy you cannot get up and pray the witr. And you're sitting, you say, I just don't have the energy to get up. And you have the wudu. Salli, pray sitting. He even said, and praying laying down is a half of sitting up. So even that you can do, but that's really too lazy. Yeah? I haven't seen someone do that. What?
Ramadan is your fast. In the same context, if the Imam is doing Salah, you are standing and now suddenly you feel that you are unable to maintain a erect posture because of your feeling weak.
Yeah.
You can sit down.
Definitely. In the middle of the Salah, if you have to sit down, you can sit down behind the Imam. If you have a strong reason to leave the Salah, you have a strong reason to leave the Salah as well. that is allowed as well if you have a strong reason to leave. You just can't. The Imam, for instance, is praying like for 2 hours, and something very bad is going to happen. Somebody's sick at home or something. Just like the Sahabi when he left the Salah, Prophet ﷺ did not blame him. He blamed the Imam when he was praying for Surah Al-Baqarah in Salat Al-Isha. Surah Al-Baqarah, Salat Al-Isha will take you 2.5 hours to pray Isha. And the man said, we've been working all day. They said, we work all day and we have to work next day. So if Mu'adh is going to pray with Surah Al-Baqarah, I cannot pray behind him. So he actually completed his Salah on his own and he left. No. Shall I stop here? Next chapter inshallah is Sujood al-Sahw, which will need some preparation, so we'll see if we can start it tomorrow or the day after.